Greetings, listeners. Welcome to the Whip 12 podcast. My name is Raymon, and today I'm here with my fellow host, Blessedbe,
Hey.
and our guest, Copper.
Hello.
And I'm very happy that you two are here because we're going to talk about Ariadna. We're going to talk about TUC, the Tartary Army Corps. Probably one of the best sectorials Ariadna currently has. And yeah, we're going to deep dive into it and tell all the juicy bits. And like, you know, from us, we're going good, bad, ugly style. But first, I want to ask my fellow peoples here, what you've been up to this last time? Because I've been out of the running for a while, but I've picked up my stuff again. So I'm curious how you've been.
Is that me or Olilo?
Why don't you go first? You go first because you played recently. You played at the weekend, so you.
Oh man, I've played yesterday.
You played.
We were recording on Monday, so we played yesterday. On Sunday, yeah. I had my own organized event. 3 rounds, and I've played TUC, and yeah, I won it. I pocketed the whole thing.
Very on trend.
Yeah, man, with an almost all camo list, which I loved. I'm just playing TUC like with a grin from ear to ear because I'm like, oh, this is the old feeling just back again.
That's cool. I'm glad.
I'm really enjoying TUC.
And you were always a Dynamo fan as well. Did you play any bikes, or did you not play bikes this time?
I had my Dynamo list.
Yeah,
I was ready to use them, but we had Bpong, evacuation, and last launch.
Right.
And especially with Bpong and with evacuation, it's important to have your HVT action kind of stuff, all the classifieds. So yeah, Dynamos, they have their impetuous, so they cannot take a HVT or CVvac,
right?
Which was unhandy. And a lot of the classifieds that I pulled out made me go towards the list that has the most forward observers.
Oh, fair enough.
So in the end of it, I just played all my 3 missions with the same list, where if I probably rolled something with paramedics and stuff, then my Dynamos would have been the choice.
That's fair enough.
Was it an all camo list with just a Vistral on the courtesy list?
All camo list is called 2 guys and their tractors.
Yeah, brilliant.
So there are 2 Argentinos on the list, and then a Vistral, a courier, and a tractor mill.
That's so funny.
Brilliant.
That's really cool.
Highly approved.
You played at the weekend as well, didn't you? You played.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went to Satellite in our hometown, Ollie, but you failed me and didn't turn up.
Well, I've been unwell, so
I know. I let you off. So I did go and take Vanilla combined. So very on trend for coming on talking about TAC.
Yeah, identical.
Yeah, exactly. The factions are so similar. They both have aspects in them. Yeah, and MSV3 Qantas. I've gone away this weekend and done all my homework on it, and thought, this is how you beat it.
Yeah. Well, so funnily enough, I've obviously I've been play testing, so I've not been playing TAC recently. Yeah, well,
first time in the sun.
I can't reveal what's going to happen, but at the moment.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess that's us, isn't it?
Yeah. I've also done a lot of painting, so I decided, since I got a kid now, that slap chop is how I win my my pile of shame. So I've now painted almost all my work row, so I'm trying to get a game in and see how the game works. I actually bought those red caps, so I do not have the Work Row Adventures box, but I do have all the expansions now.
Yeah, the models look great. I've not got the time to delve into another board game, as pretty as they look.
I said I would keep myself from, but I'm actually somehow I'm just gathering extra games.
It happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah, I'm just scratching that itch by just buying more and more Infinity Armies. I'm not going to play any of them. Just keep buying them.
Are you going to buy the Caledonia pack? Speaking of Ariadna.
Well, yeah, this is the issue, isn't it? Yeah, I am. I don't need to, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting, isn't it, to bring back?
Yeah, it is.
We're going to just end up talking about Caledonia, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, and that'll make it like the third McMurrow I've got as well.
Really? Do you have the old one, or have you got the new one?
I've ended up with 2 new ones.
Oh, okay.
I picked both up off Prize Table, and I think then I forgot I had one, built it, put it in the back of the pile of shame, and then I saw one on the Prize Table again. I thought, I could do the Shat one day.
You could.
I've got most of me in A2 painted, so I picked them up and I took them home, and then I put them together, and then he moved from the assembly pile into the ready to be Xenophil pile. And that's when it dawned on me I had one sitting there as well.
You had one. That's fine.
Yeah. And I wasted like one of the precious nights of hobbying putting together a model I didn't need.
Oh well.
Yeah, I blame life or something. Yeah,
Or Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. I blame him, and nerfing my avatar affected my mental health, and I now can't concentrate. 118 points again. What? Look, the more subliminal messages I get to him, it'll feed into his brain and it'll work.
The Avatar should be better. The Avatar should be better.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, that's just next hour and a half. 118 points.
Yeah.
The extra order back. 118 points.
Oh man, we had a chance, but April Fool's is already passed. So.
Oh, that would have been. Oh, you would have got me as well. I would have been celebrating. I probably would have had the day off work.
We could have made an episode
at 9
like,
in the morning.
Oh, we can let our NDA slip, and we can talk all about the playtesting of the Avatar.
Yeah. Let me tell you
in such
what's
cool
going to happen.
ways.
Yeah, that would have been a good one actually.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, friends.
Well,
very much.
Maybe next time.
Oh, I'll still be waiting.
So shall we talk about the good bits of TAC?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a general overview, what do you guys think is the main selling point of TAC? What is their tactical prowess? What do they excel at?
ARO.
Yeah, I come to the same conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like I'm an aggressive player, but I like to have ARO on my list. Like, if you look at your list and you can't defend against a flyer, or you can't defend against guided strikes by hiding things, or a tag, or a link team, pick whatever it is. It's a hole in your list. I feel like you can write TAC lists, and you're just like, yeah, I've got this covered. All right, Mim 6 is going to be tricky, but I'm just going to keep throwing dice at you, or I'm going to keep putting camo in your way. Something is going to stop you somewhere on the board. And I think TAC are really good at that. You can go second, deploy a sea of camos and models hidden and tanks with sniper rifles just going to bog you down, and you can stall out a whole first turn on someone and lose very little.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think TAC is actually a very flexible faction, but I think they're really, really good at the reactive game. The EM mines on the scout can be like super helpful, and then you've got a bunch of other things that are really strong. You've got the tank hunter that's quite compelling, and then you've got all the little robots and stuff. So yeah, I think they're a really good reactive faction.
Yeah, and I think they got a strong gunfighting game now, which people are probably going to laugh at me for. Yeah. But I mean, the Vet Kazakh duo, even Fontovic's a good gun. They got Mim 3. They can link easy. You're getting burst bonuses, and just the lack of templates now in the game.
Yes,
makes camo skirmishers amazing again. Like you can have
Yeah.
skirmishers, you know, BS11, yeah, not great, but I've got a shotgun, and you know, I've got camo to get you out of cover and round a corner,
Yeah.
and you
I
can't
think
just trade a template back at me. So now my 2 dice on 16, 17s are actually going to make something count because, you know, I'm getting you out of cover, but I've got mim, cover, surprise attack. You know, you're 1 dice back on a 4, 5, or 6 or whatever.
Yeah, I
Makes
think
those pieces feel really powerful again.
Yeah, telling people
they're
that,
much
that
better than they were. I think
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, it's the whole layered defense. Like by the time the amount of camos that you can lay down, if you compare it to other factions, it's not just yet like, oh, I can take sensor or those kind of stuff to seek them out, but you're dealing with the short range ones, so the scouts and strelocks that's laying about, the beast hunter, but in the backfield there are tank hunters await. So if someone was like, I'm gonna try and shoot this camo, they have to check if long range is someone is looking over the shoulders and putting a portable autocannon shot in their face for trying to seek out a scout or strelok. So
yeah, that's
it.
And it's
yeah.
it could be so many things as well in TAC.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like some other factions, you kind of think like, well, you know, a camo marker and a DZ and Yujing is probably the Dao Ying LT
Yeah,
or
right.
something. Do you know what I
It
mean?
will probably
Yeah,
then
a camo marker in TAC and a DZ could be anything from a shock mine from a tractor mill up to a portable autocannon with a special dice, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
or a Spetsnaz decoy that you've just wasted time discovering in case it was the portable autocannon. And yeah, you know,
I think their shell game is really strong, right? Because they've got so many Mim 3 camos, you can do a really good job of like confusing people. Actually, I think literally just now while we were talking, I think TAC is like one of the perfect factions to kind of teach how to do layered arrows, right? Because you've got the hard arrows, like the ones that do the actual shooting, and then you've got like some throwaway arrows, like you've got the Barsuk if you want to play the like camouflage decoy flamethrower kind of thing.
No,
And
they're
then
Dalamis and TAC, aren't they?
Exactly. So you can do that, and then you also have like your sort of camouflage arrows and stuff as well. So it kind of does like every type of arrow. I guess the only thing it lacks is like jammers, and that's it. Jammers hacking, but like everything else they cover really well.
Yeah, but I mean they've even got EM to kind of tick that kind of isolate against the total immune guys, you know, like your Norkius characters and things like that, you know.
Right.
There's still stuff you can deploy on the table with TAC that's gonna bother someone.
I agree. They do almost every type of defense, nearly.
Yeah, and I think they're easy enough to put into lists as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if you build a list, you kind of like, well, you know, Scout EM Mine Layer, you take a couple of Sherlocks to push some buttons, you want your Vistral, put that in a duo, so you bring some, you know, a guy with a flamethrower to watch the back corner or something to make it a pure duo. It's kind of like coincidental. You don't go out your way to make the list that good in ARO with the layers. It just happens.
Yeah, and that's not where the expense lies, because those units are not. Yeah, the scout is up to 28, the mine layer one, but the other stuff is quite cheaper. The real choices you start to make are: do I bring the tank hunters, the veteran Cossacks, who are the 30+ point units, which are going to count up when making a list. But the other guys are so easy to put in.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like good sort of cheap like 20-ish point stuff in the faction, which is really nice for list building because you can do a lot of different things, and that kind of goes back to the flexibility like thing I was talking about earlier. You have a lot of options. Like we were talking just before we started recording, like you can do dynamos, so you can do quite a fast list, or you can do like all camo if you want to, or you can do like
dog warriors.
Oh yeah, you can do like big fire teams if you want to do big fire teams, or I was going to say you can do like the dog warriors and Carmen and stuff like that. So you can take the list in lots of directions in TAC.
Yeah, I think that TAC has never been this diverse. Like I think it's at its best point. Like it's probably not at its strongest point it's ever been, because there's been the time of the old Link teams where you could with a ballistic skill 16 veteran Kazakh in the game, just being filled up with other line Kazakhs. But in those days, you were probably pretty set on what you can bring. It wasn't very interesting to bring any tank hunters. But now they sure are. So I'm just happy tank hunters are just they've always been in the 50 years they've been. They went from being one of the primary picks to win tournaments to a vanity pick, and now they're back up again. So and it's not the only choice, because you also bring the Vistrals or other ways to make arrows happen.
Yeah, right.
So it's very diverse.
When I was when we were looking at TAC, like for changes and stuff, I kept saying, but tank hunters don't hunt tanks, right? They're terrible at that. They're really bad. That was like back in the day. Did they used to be BS12 or something? I can't remember, but something like that. And so
BS12, didn't they?
They've been BS12. Yeah.
They weren't doing what the name says, and it really frustrated me. So I was quite keen that they sort of that they should do what the name says, right, and hunt tanks. Foxtrots can be like the cheap specialists, and chasseurs are the ones that get the flamethrowers, and tank hunters should hunt tanks.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. And I suppose tanks in this reality, we are talking tags and stuff, aren't we? We should be able to take them down.
Yeah, and I think, a BS-13 AP HMG and camo can do that, or the portable autocannon. So now I feel like their options are much better than they were.
Yeah, because the game is just 100%. In another state where they have lived in times where the crit was a wound, so you probably would have taken a Spetsnaz instead of a tank hunter.
Right.
You wanted your hits in, you wanted your crits in. But now, when I compare to a Spetsnaz, it doesn't have the AP which I need, or the explosive that I need to be sure that once I hit, that it will die.
That's the thing. I think there's a valid decision now between taking the HMG that hits on higher numbers or the AP HMG that hits harder. Yeah. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, like the Spetsnaz, I will shoot at the lighter troops, and the tank hunter, I will shoot at the heavier dudes.
I think the Spetsnaz has just become a better parachute troop now than the HMG for me. I'd rather have the AP weapon and the lower target number.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, it's cool though that we can have these discussions and think, what do you prioritize?
Yeah, well, I'd prioritize the slightly lower target number, but having the AP, whether that's on the tank hunter with the heavy machine gun or the portable autocannon.
Yes.
Depending on what I want in a list, but every list I write, I want something where I think if I do come up against that big chunky Armor 8, Armor 7 tag.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah, Spetsnaz, he might win the active turn firefight every time against it, but if you hit an Armor 8 tag in cover, what's that saving on 8s, 11s, 16s?
Yeah, 16s.
16s is rough. If that comes down to it, and that's your choice, this is the guy I've got left to do it. I think I'd rather take the slightly lower ballistic skill, and just hit it much harder. Because I only need to get one hit on those lower dice with the portable autocannon, and there's a good chance it's going.
Yeah, absolutely. So
in the tournament that I played yesterday, I shot with my tank hunter. First shot that I took, my opponent had a prime, and it walked out of cover. So I was like, "There's no better chance now." And I shot with the tank on the portable autocannon, hit it. It was face to face, but I won the face to face. And then he had to make 3 frames, and he failed all his 3 armor saves. And it was
that's gross.
That's gross.
Yeah. That's when they roll them. They're like, it's explosive, yeah? Yeah. Explosive AP.
Yeah.
yeah. You were looking at those 12s thinking you were... No. No, they fail as well.
I really like the new design space of the veteran Kaz and stuff. With the dodge bonus, it kind of feels a little bit tougher. It's meaningfully different now.
Yeah, I find it hard to write a list without a veteran Kazakh duo in. I really like the AP HMG with either the forward observer or the paramedic, depending on points and and what I want out of the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it hard not to take them too. I mean, they're so fast, they dodge so well, they ignore all the EM.
Yeah.
Like mimetism, BS13 gunfighter, which doesn't care about your BS attack -3.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't care about much apart from heavy mimetism. But then you're putting your own mimetism on them. Plus, you should be shooting in cover if you're doing it right.
Yeah, and you've got 5 dice, right? So.
Yeah, 5 dice mean a lot. You know, and with the 6th sense as well. I know you don't want to be AOing with them, but if you have pushed them up on turn 1 or turn 2, and someone tries to be clever and smoke shoot them back and stuff, you know, 6th sense, that goes a long way. The dodge on a special dice is especially good. You know when when you've got no other option, you start dodging. They're great.
Well, I think the thing is as well, like when you listen to other people talk a lot, and they often say you kind of want your list to be protected against like catastrophic failure. And the thing with the Vekaz is they're really well protected against failure because they dodge well, they've got combat instinct and stuff like that. They've got 6th sense, they've got Warhorse. So it's quite difficult to take them down quickly.
Yeah, and they're not hackable either.
Right.
A lot of people see a couple of HI guys and they're like, oh, that's all right. I can hack them. I'll slow you down with repeaters and that. And it's like, you do know they're not even a hackable target, yeah?
Yeah.
You can spotlight them. You can't carbonite them. They're not hackable.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing you can do to them that way.
You don't really want to guide them because...
No, because they're dodging on special dice. You know? It's gross, isn't it? They are costly and they do affect your list and what you can put in around them and stuff. But I just think switching between moving up with the APHMG, then switching to the T2 rifle with the X-Vise as you get closer. You know, you can take one with a light flamethrower. My love for them just goes on and on.
Okay, so
yesterday I had some talk on talk action, and my opponent did something that first boggled my mind because he had a veteran Kazakh on the roof, but it was a forward observer X-Visor one.
Okay.
With T2 rifle, and I was like, "You got only a rifle. Why are we putting him on the roof like long range?"
Yeah.
So I had revealed one of my tank hunters, and he moved towards it, but passing another token. So I was like, all right, I got this short range guy, and he's moving into 2 tank hunters. This veteran Kazakh is mine.
Yeah.
And then he fired his T2 rifle, but he was actually just on 11s.
Yeah.
To fire of the X-Visor, and it being a T2 rifle, it just killed both of my tank hunters in one go. I was like, man, but he was like, yeah, it got X-Visor. So at the range of 32, it's a very, if you put it in a full link, like the line attack link, you're shooting on 14s, and then you're on 0s ranges. And if you have to defend you in a pickle, you can always go for the forward observer or the flash.
Yeah, that's true.
Pip 14. So it's actually a very good long range unit where you not paying for like a heavy machine gun.
Yeah, that's
suppressive fire I like.
Yeah. Oh, then it becomes mental as well. Yeah.
It's just like, I'll put him on suppressive fire. It'll break the link team, but it's worth it. Just like 0s out to 24.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. And you've got your own mimetism and stuff.
Yeah. So you sit in cover, you're sitting on neg 9 unless you bring anything to deal with me.
So I was going to raise something because we're talking about like the good bits of attack, right? The stuff that we like. So I wanted to raise some things that I'm a bit unsure about, and see if you guys agree and put them in good or not so good. So how do we feel about the war driver with the disco ball?
Oh, I love him.
Do you? Okay.
I'm going to throw it straight out there. Yeah, he's in almost all my lists as well. Yeah. So a lot of emissions at the moment. So like, is it evacuation where the cards are worth 2 points?
Yeah.
Just bringing a hacker to an event for me is important.
Right.
Because I found a lot of missions, the cards can mean the difference between winning by a close win or getting a draw because, neither of you could break the other person's pawn stash in that corporate appropriation or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. You've both got the same amount of panoplies and you've both done one classified each. And you look at your pocket classified and think, oh man, if I had a hacker, I could have at least tried that.
Yeah.
And it's the same. That's the same with evacuation, and obviously a kill interferences in a lot of events.
Yes.
So I've found that not taking them is too much of a boon. I know you can push the button and flip the card over, and I know we all say yes, all right. I'll pick classifieds that just don't need hacking. You know when it happens. You know what happens. You get to, and you're like, hack something in the DZ or hack the HVT or whatever. It's
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had him. Like 14 points, and he's got a disco baller. He's 6 cents. Like, he's good.
I think he is good. I don't think it's a profile that a lot of people talk about that much, but I think he's good.
I think he's just
he
been
sneaks up on you.
for a long while, isn't he? Yeah.
But having a 6 cents hacker, if people are just trying to get into your DC with infiltrating hackers, and just like, all right, I'm gonna attack you or keep you busy with 0 pain. Nobody's expect a war driver or a hacker in Ariadna, so
definitely.
And also disco ball.
Disco ball.
Not to forget how valuable disco ball is. Like, all right, I know we bring loads of smoke and tack, more smoke than you can shake a stick at, but if you're sat across the board from Amand or Atalanta or whatever, especially the high mimetism MSV guys, the few that are in the game, if you haven't got a war driver or another good long range gun, sometimes you can really feel stonewalled against that.
Yes.
And the war driver that can kind of do your cards, keep your backline safe, and he has this magic smoke that no one sees through.
It's helpful.
It's very helpful.
I think that's the going back to the kind of flexibility of attack comment is like you've got this 14 or 16 point profile, depending on which one you take, right?
Yeah.
They do have a hacker. It does have a disco ball. And like it's not the best one in the game, but it's very cheap and it's an option.
Yeah. And I love the 0 pain program. Mainly out of like kind of spite when you're playing, because people will it's funny because it is, but people will often think, oh, you've got a hacker. Well, I'll drop a picture and I'll trinity that to get rid of your order. And then when you start 0 paining back on putting them on a -3 again and rolling 2 dice in a row, and you watch them waste a couple more orders, but that can really swing the game at the end if they've done that.
Yeah.
It's one more thing.
Like,
just comes back
I kept you busy.
Yeah, I just
my demos are keeping you busy. My hackers are keeping you busy.
Yeah.
You're spending in orders, and I'm just yumming them up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it doesn't sound much, saying like it might take you 2 more orders to kill it. But
that's
on
relevant.
top of everything else I've slowed you down with that I've coincidentally brought in my list, really stalls them out.
Yeah, I mean, burst 2 in ARO with a -3 mod to the opponent, like it's going to take them a while to get through it. And if you're already struggling against a bunch of camo markers and you've already wasted a couple of orders getting pictures down, that's a turn. That's a whole turn.
Exactly. By the time you strip them of the 2 with command token at the start or something, you're right. It's a turn gone on a 14, 16 point dude that can do cards for you.
Yeah. So there we go. War Driver, good. It's in
War Driver, good. Heard it here first.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was also my seal of approval.
I think everyone went mad about the one in Merovingia first, because I think that's the one that has a picture. That one had a lot more chatter about it, but I mean, this is it's still a really good profile. Really, really good.
I mean, if they gave me the picture one in TAC, I'd take that too.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. But I think, I don't know. It's not a relevant discussion, but I was going to say I think you have to pick between the picture or the disco, and that's quite interesting. I think I'd probably
take it back. I'd take the disco.
Yeah, then you will go take the disco baller, because why you want to make a hacking network with Ariadna?
Yeah, I've got 4 reserves.
So Ray, why don't you talk to us a bit about dynamos? Because you've been playing that profile for a long time, right? I remember playing against you in probably N3, maybe, and you played dynamos. So you've played these guys for 3 editions now, I think.
They have gone up this edition because how baggage works. It's just by staying near any of your retractor mulls or driving back. I've done the drive up, mine dispense, drive back again.
Yeah.
Go into the state's phase, get new mines, drop them again. The only caveat is I probably will not play Dynamos if I have a very camo heavy list, because dropping mines in an area where people then can lay templates over your own camos is a big no-no.
Yes.
So be smart about where you drop your visible mines among not so visible troops.
Yeah, of course, because they don't come down in camo out the the launcher.
Yeah. But other than that, it's if you're heavy on the control game, if you really wanna slow your opponent down even more, or be sure that an objective is suitably mined. These are a very good profile. The dynamos are the mine dispensers already the price of entry when you bring in these units, and just a good way of launching smoke farther away. Like we got some good smoke throwers, but sometimes it's nice to have something that launches a bit further.
Yes.
Especially when you
24, is it?
Yeah.
You can get to in zeros, is it? I can't remember the mine dispenser. Yeah, smoke grenade. Yes, zeros to 24 on a BS12 platform. So
yeah, it's not bad, and you can fire team. You fire team them as well, can't you?
Yeah. So you get an SD dice on firing those smoke launchers.
That's quite reliable, actually. Like 2 dice and 12. Yeah.
2 dice and 12. Yeah, I take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's even when you put the mine down as well, because you can you get the special dice, but you can double shot it as well.
Yes, you can.
So you can put 2 mines down, but one of them's with a special dice if you really want that one to go down, or if you're desperate to get it down to fork an ARO, you could basically put them on top of each other and
very
roll
close.
3 dice to get it down.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
Have you done the the 14-point Panzerfaust fire team ARO thing? Because you can take a duo of them.
Yeah.
And plus SD Panzerfaust for 14 points.
14 points apiece, and with the limited cover and the mim free, I tell myself that's like having a cover, a guy in cover.
It basically is with
Dogged. It basically is, with Dogged. That's the other great thing about it. Yeah, and strangely enough, most big guns that are going to stand up to take out the ARO piece don't come with shock.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like most people are going to be using APHMG or
that sort of thing. Yeah,
that sort of thing. Well, this guy's Dogged with min free and limited cover. He's armor 4 behind there. It's like have my 2 Panzerfausts on 12.
I think they're really good. Honestly. I'm going to say something a bit blasphemous. I'd trade Dylami for Dynamos any day. I don't know. I love Dynamos. I think they're great.
Yeah, because Dylamis do not have a mine dispenser.
No, they don't, and they only get single shot Panzerfaust, and you guys are getting double shot Panzerfaust, and I want that. I want that.
I don't blame you. I mean, what's the points difference between a Dylami and a Dynamo?
I think Dylami are 7 or 8, and the cheapest Dynamo is 14. So it's 2 Dylami to 1 Dynamo. I mean, I think
but a regular order on the Dynamo.
Yeah.
I think they're really good, honestly.
Yeah,
they're solid. I think I've seen a lot of people talk to me and take the AP Spitfire Dynamo.
Okay.
I don't see the value in that. To me, that feels a bit of a trap, because I know we just said the -3 limited cover kind of balances out the impetuous, but I'm just not sure I want an S4 gunfighter in a duo that's going to push up that far to use the AP Spitfire. But I mean, that could just be play style.
I guess. I mean, S4 is a little bit hard to move around anyway, but you're playing in a faction that has all of the forward deployment and infiltration. So, well, I mean, you could, because you've got your scouts, you've got some forward deployment and stuff as well. It seems to me that you don't need the speed of the Dynamo as much as another faction might need it. Maybe.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, even at 14.1, I mean, I usually always just take the paramedic. But I mean, they've got Borden pistols as well. You can even get close enough into someone's face. You can actually. We just said about a lack of templates in the game. It's like, well, guess what I've got? I've got a template.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But yeah, maybe it's just the 25 points I don't like, really. I'm just tight when it comes to my list building. It's almost 10 points above the paramedic, and it's 11 points above the cheapest profile.
Yeah.
If my list goes to a certain degree where I have less camo and more link teams or other stuff, then the dynamos get in. They replace the ones that would have been scouts or strelocks. And just like, all right, this is my zippy yippy paramedic and my AP Spitfire that will lead the charge where a paramedic needs to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine they're very fun to play, right?
Oh, that's for sure.
Because
I mainly just bring the paramedic for the button pushing and trying to get my dog up, or pretty much anything. Because most things you want to hit with a paramedic have good fizz. Going back to the veteran Kazakhs, they got fizz 15 or whatever for med kits.
So
15. Usually my dynamo
this is your dog's friend. Yeah.
That's it. He's the support piece to go out, push the button, kick some mines out, and go hit some people with some cocaine darts to get them going again. Just, even if he's on a one-way trip to do it, it's worth it sometimes.
It's a good specialist. They're really good.
People just having a sigh of relief, like the dog warrior's unconscious. Luckily, that rest well, and then there's this mad ass coming by and like, here you go again. Go into their backfield.
2 orders, and you've crossed the board and put an extra couple mines up. So when you do hit your dog with some cocaine to get back up again, now you've got to deal with 2 mines and an angry dog staring at you again. It's like, I just think every order you spend on them is not a waste.
No, that's for sure.
No, that's what Mine Dispenser does so well. It's like you've always got something to do.
Yeah.
Drive back to your tractor ball and do it all again.
Yeah, keep doing it every turn. So you mentioned Dog Warriors. Have you played them a lot, Copper, or not so much this edition?
I like them. I really like them. Yeah. I like to damn my piece in the list that punish your null deployment.
Okay.
For me in TAC, if that makes sense.
So this is your you haven't got any AROs. I've got free reign to push something forward. It will be a Dog Warrior. Yeah.
That's what I'll ram down your throat. Yeah, exactly that. So if I can use my group 2 to put down any AROs or the odd flash pulse bot or something up, and you've not left much more up than that, and I can get that Dog Warrior into the DZ to start throwing grenades over the wall, burst 2 chain rifle and link teams and things, then yes please. That's I'm in a happy place.
I mean, multi-wound unhackable stuff is really, it's hard to come by, and it's very
you're super jumping 8 and then walking 4. You're clearing the table from the edge of your deployment zone. 2 orders, I'm at the edge of your deployment zone.
Yeah.
And he's impetuous. So you've done 1 order for free. So, if you don't leave an arrow up and I'm impetuous straight towards your DZ, I'm at the halfway line before I've even spent a real order.
God, yeah, that's like 2.
That's scary. So by the time he spent his own irregular, I'm at the edge of your DZ. And I know they haven't got the best CC. I'm not really going there to CC anything other than like line troops or something I could really bully. But if I run them into CC, I'm probably just trying to trick you into CCing me back so I can stick a couple of chain rifle templates on you and something else behind you. Or if you do take a wound and you go into dog form, you're then hucking grenades over the wall at things on high numbers.
Yeah, so they do a kind of fork, don't they? Because you want to be dodging the chain rifles, but if you walk into CC, you don't really want to be dodging the CC. So it puts people in quite a bad spot. And
they will still, CC 23 in big form, I think, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I've still got an APCC weapon with PS4. 4 is it? I think it's still PS4. So I mean, it's like if they say, I don't know, I'll dodge. So okay, I'll still whack you on 23.
Happily.
If this connects, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. Even an armor 8 tag saves on 8s. All right, it might take a long while to kill it,
But it will happen, and even just leaving it in CC is good. Like they're immune arm, so they're not that hard to. Sorry, they are quite hard to kill, and like with that -6 mod, because if you leave it in CC, like it's not going to die that quickly.
Well, that's what won me the event when I went to Reading. I didn't do anything other with my dog than run it into the DZ. I managed to spec fire over a wall to force his Ulan, is it?
Yeah.
Ulan, out of camo. And then just jumped over the wall and gave it a hug. He's like, "Oh, you're going to spend orders on that now?" It's like, "No, I'm just going to leave it there.
Just leave it there.
He's a you problem now."
Yeah.
The last thing he heard over his dog radio was, "Give the tag a hug."
Yeah.
And that was
leg until it's
until
it's dead.
Yeah, tag are great, but you've got to know your limitations on gunfight and some things, and a pano tag is one of them. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to fight that.
Yeah.
It's like run over there and give him a hug. And it's like, if you kill that one, I've got the other one in the other group, and he's gonna do the same again.
Cheap. Wow, they're so cheap.
21 points.
Yeah. So
it's easy to put in.
Yeah, and they spec fire grenades on what, like 13s?
Yeah, spec fire on 13s.
Gross. Yeah,
which I think is a high enough target number. I mean, you've got to be realistic. You can't think you're going to run into the DZ and spec fire our entire army off the table.
No.
But when you want to force like the Dao Ying LT out of cover or something because he's deployed too close to something else you can put under the template, or something daft like that. Or you just think like, well, I've got 2 orders left in the group. He's not coming back. What can I reach? It's worth doing.
Yeah, absolutely is. I mean, if you said to me, if you were playing against me and you said like, yeah, I'm going to spec fire on a 13, I would think, oh, I have to dodge that. I'm not. I'm not letting that go.
Yeah, well, I like spending orders spec firing with attractor mills on 5s, mate.
Yeah.
Which is actually a viable tag.
It is. Don't we'll talk about them when we talk about them. But he done well not to tilt the table at me. I think by the end of our game, because when I continuously kept critting with 5s,
Dirty.
Yeah, I know. Poor Dan. I could see the life draining from his eyes. And obviously, ever so graceful as I am, didn't wind them up or anything.
No, I'm sure you were.
I was a gentleman, I swear.
Gentleman. So talk about the tractor moles then, because they've changed a lot.
Yeah, what? All of them? We're doing all of them in one go?
I mean, because they're different, aren't they? I mean, one of them's like firing, the other one's an ARO. Well, actually, that's the Vistral. It's not a tractor mole. It's different.
So you've got the courier units, which are your attack special ones. This is the one I was talking about, because the profile I like for 15 points and 1 Swick.
Yeah.
It has the Katusha MRL. But the really good thing about that is the plus range is out to 24.
Right.
And then it's like zeros to the end of the world. It's like 0 to 40. Yeah. And it has Beer's attack -3. So this is where it starts getting interesting, because you think, well, it's only Beer's 11, which is fine. So you can spec fire with -6 out to 40. 40 inches. Now, if you're really mean and you put your tractor mill somewhere hidden in the middle of a table quite close to the 12-inch line in your DZ, that's anywhere.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah.
And then people are like, yeah, but you're only on a 5. It's like, yeah, but I'm putting -6 on you.
Yes. Yeah.
What is your LT dodging on? Viz 10? Oh, I've got a better target number than you.
Yeah, 4s v5s for a lot of them, right?
4s v5s, and it's a double action template weapon coming down. And if he's in group 2 and I've got 3 orders spare,
you're gonna do it. Right?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. So just why not? I'll probably roll under a 5 and 3 dice. I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that I'm like, I cannot get you any other way, but I can bomb you from afar. Let's do that.
Because I pinned down by Atalanta. It's like, what else can I do? It's like, oh yeah, I'll just keep rolling 5s at you till it goes away.
Yeah.
And some people say things like this are dirty, but it's just, that's my out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is your out. You don't have like loads of MSV. You don't have like, the best gunfighters in the world. It's your out.
It's the out, and that's what you take the army for. I mean, people will complain about it whilst they're playing like, BS-18 mimetism freaking snipers or Armor 8 Mim 6 tags or whatever it is. You're like, just you flip that round. You try to play this army against your key pieces, then tell me whether you wouldn't use this tactic back. Like,
I'm just going to blind fire some rockets at you.
Something only feels oppressive when you think about it when you're on the receiving end of it. But if you flip it around, Infinity is a game of playing to your outs, whether your outs is a MSV3 S5 or whether it's a Mim 6 tag or whether it's spec firing on fives from across the table at you, You don't hate the player, just, make the game, whatever.
Well, as a Saladin player, I hate the player.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, you're just putting multiple targets for my fives to be rolled at.
Yeah.
It's like
we actually concocted a list where you bring 2 courier Katyushas and then bring 2 tractable Katyushas. And just
coordinate
coordinated attack.
Yeah, you can coordinate them, right?
And just go.
Note to self for later list building, 2 tractables.
Like if you really want that the typical World War II advance of the Soviet army, this is the way to go. Like first you rain down your Stalin's organs, and then you go fighting.
That's it. Well,
that's really
I think
funny,
we should say to the people listening that maybe don't play TAC if you just want to spec fire something on fives 40 inches away. It's just another tool in the many tools that you have when you play TAC.
It's 8 on 24.
Don't bet your game on this. Don't think because whenever you think like, my game plan will be spec firing your LT, so you're in lost next turn, it will not happen.
It's not going to
reiterate. The dice gods will say no, not this time. It's for those moments of like, oh man, I've got 2 orders left and I need to get this done. What can I do?
But this is the thing, like I was saying, because go back to the beginning of the podcast, right? I was saying TAC is a really flexible army. If you imagine a list that has like a Dog Warrior or 2, a Dynamo or 2, a fire-teamed Vetkaz, and then like a Courier with the Katyusha, like you've got so many different strategies that you can play.
Yeah.
You can do like some gunfighting, you can do some spec fire, you can do some close combat, like you've got so many options.
That's like my main 2 list, but you got to remember you've still got the Visceral Neurosynetics in there. You've still got the Scout 9 layer in there. You've still got the War Driver in there. You've got a Vontovic in a little link keeping Colonel Veronin safe and stuff. Like
a lot of
that is what makes them great. Yeah.
So, what do you think? What do you think TAC is a bit weaker at? Because you've both played a lot more TAC than me. What are they not so good at?
Mim 6.
Yeah,
like dealing with Mim 6. Mim 6 is the nemesis. When you walk up to a tournament and you say, "What are you playing?" Like, "Oh, I'm playing TAC." Like, "Oh, nice. I've got Steel Phalanx." You just think, "Oh, God." Or Bakunin, like, "Oh, I hope you've got riot girls and not nuns." Mim 6 can be really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all your shots
you have to switch gear at that point. It then becomes about mission, board control, and avoid taking a gunfight. Similar with Pano as well, just because a lot of Pano, they've naturally got higher BS skills.
Right.
And a lot of stuff now, like, coincidentally has a bit of mimetism as well. So even some of the tags, like the Tick and the Ulan and stuff.
Yeah.
So even everything in Ariadna's got TAC, but when they level that off, but then they've still got 2 or 3 better ballistic skill than you just switch tactics from fighting that to just ignoring it. So it becomes about like, running a dog soldier in to hug whatever thing you don't want to deal with that turn, or smoke tricking it and just ignoring it. You're not smoke tricking and shooting it. You're
just ignoring it.
Or the War Driver comes out with Disco Baller and sits it in front of Atalanta or whatever piece it is that you don't want to deal with.
Yeah, then you have to play the mission.
And then play the mission and just put down as much deployables. Well, I do. I just put down as much deployables as possible. Just prod the board with hell.
And you really have to keep this in mind when you're placing your Viscerals, if your opponent has a lot of -6 mat, because the Visceral can be golden against anything that does not have those kind of modifiers. But once it has to face something with this kind of modifiers, you're just shooting at 6s, or even if it gets closest on 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah, this very epic ARO piece is just being shredded. Yeah.
Not looking so good. And particularly if it's like Mim 6 and multiple wounds as well. It's hard.
It will win. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't always guarantee you're going to avoid those kind of matchups. They're going to happen. Mm-hmm. So you just switch play at that point. And there's, like we keep saying, TAC is so versatile. I've got things I can switch play to. Like, I like to take a Beast Hunter in one of my lists to an event, because if I do face like a Bakunin or a Alephy list or something like that, where there's a lot of Mim 6, it's like, well, okay, this guy's got a big flamethrower and a template.
Yeah.
And, he's disposable, so I can push up with those kind of pieces instead, if that makes sense.
Give it a go, yeah.
Yeah, right, at least give it a go.
Talk to me about the Frontovic. Are you a Frontovic hater? The MSV1 sniper?
Nah, I'm quite a fan of him.
Yeah,
I will take him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I try my hardest, but I make no promises. He won't be on ARO.
Right.
I will try to save him for active turn.
Yeah, because he's quite squishy, right? So
he's very squishy to be on ARO. And again, he's the only bit of MSV you've got.
Yeah.
So if I am going against not a strong Mim faction, like Hackazam, everything coincidentally has Mim 3. Who either lives under a camo marker until it comes out to fight you, or has marksmanship on other leases or something to take down stat. The Frontovic's a good answer to stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you not? Because I had times when I was playing like Nauf and stuff where I would move it around and I would, use it as an active turn piece. Have you ever done that with a Frontovic, or do you keep it?
The Frontovic will move up the table. Yeah, I've got no qualms and jump long. If they've got their heads down enough and you can long skill jump from, say, like one rooftop to another to get better angles on stuff and that, I'll do that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ooh. Yeah, it's just it's when you put them up on ARO and then he just takes one order and he's off the board.
Yeah, they're a bit too squishy for that, I think.
Yeah, really. It feels sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's loads of other
It hasn't done me any favors to put him in ARO as well.
No. So I guess like TAC isn't very happy if Mim 6 is running at you because you don't have that like MSV ARO piece.
No.
Yeah, that's definitely the kryptonite of it. Again, it just becomes obfuscating it with other things. Like
right.
Camo templates, dog warriors.
Anything that has MSV and is also good in ballistics, has a good ballistic skill.
Yeah.
Will have an easier time against the tank hunters and all that other stuff that you have. Yeah. The mimetism really means a lot for them to get their hits in. Because what you don't bring in ballistic skill, you bring in mimetism. And once that gets knocked off, the fights get harder.
Yeah. So you need to hide stuff then, really. That's the strat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we send
it's also very hard. Like at some point, because there's a difference between having your your camos open on the back end and the ones hiding in the mid range. Because people have a harder time discovering anything long range.
Right.
So I will definitely keep my my tank hunter still out if there's MSV on the table, because it's still a risky role to do.
No one really wants to have to discover a tank hunter. You know? It's still it's still worth having some arrows out. It's just about what and where it is. But it's funny because I was just thinking before we started recording, we were talking about Armand, and Armand would be so good for the faction.
Oh god!
Exactly what TAC is missing is that
MSV. Please, that is it, CB. Yeah. You keep ignoring me about making the avatar great again, but if you could give TAC, give
Copper,
TAC
I can only hypnotize Corvus Belli on one issue, so you have to
Okay,
choose
the
either
Avatar, mate,
Armand or
yeah. I'm sorry, TAC players.
Yeah, it's not Armand in TAC. It's a buff to the Avatar.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so not so good against those like super aggressive mim pieces. It's just pretty tough. What about like profiles in TAC that you don't like so much? Is there stuff that you don't run?
Ooh. I mean, it is a good profile, but I don't run them. I don't normally take the Spetsnazes outside of the parachuters, like we spoke about earlier.
Yeah, fair
briefly.
enough.
Just because I'd rather have the AP, and I don't know, 36 points goes above what I want to spend on a 1 wound model.
On a like non-AP 1 wound model, and 1.5 SWIC as well. You know.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the points or the SWIC or both, but for me that goes above the limit of what I just want to spend on that type of model.
Yeah.
I can see more sense for the AP sniper.
Yeah.
For those points for that SWIC with 1 wound, because now he's very good. He's similar kind of points.
Similar sort of thing, yeah.
Similar sort of thing. Okay, you got marksmanship instead of the extra burst, but that to me in my head balances out. They're both min free, so I don't mind spending that. But the problem with TAC is it's like 32 points for that, or I could take a scout.
Yeah, which is
Ohotnik and do the same job for less points.
The thing about the Spetsnaz sniper, I think, is the lack of double action. Like,
it just doesn't. Yeah, they just don't appeal to me. No. So they're great on paper, but I just specifically just the camo ones I'm talking about, because the parachuters are great. +1 burst on every. I'll take them all day. They come on with decoy, so even if in a pinch, you can walk both on and just say, well, hopefully you guessed the wrong one.
Yeah.
But yeah, specifically the camo decoy ones, they're not for me. No,
they're absolutely not bad, because you're shooting at 15s, because marksmanship, you're taking away that cover. You have the decoy, which is funny, because if you're already investing in tank hunters, then to have a Spetsnaz as well with the decoy, you can put your backfield shenanigans. So I think there's a place, but they fall off in my list, because I either want a veteran Kazakh or I want a tank hunter. These are same easy price for the same type of job they have to do. So they easily fall off. I think in other armies where they don't have to compete with those kind of profiles, they would have been taken more by me, I guess.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. They've fallen off a bit. Like, armor's better, so the HMG isn't as appealing as it used to be. And I think for me personally, a sniper rifle without double action just isn't that good.
Yeah. Nah, even with the extra damage on the Spetsnaz, it just doesn't make up for it, does it?
No. But the parachutists are still good, so.
Yeah, exactly. They're still great. I mean, unless Raymond can go with some more stuff.
For me, it's the 2 profiles, the conductors and the barsuk, and mostly because the camouflage ones, they don't have a -3, so I cannot put them in with the rest of the shenanigans. That what will it be? It's too obvious what they are.
Unless you're not a barsuk enjoyer, okay, fair enough.
I thought we were all just auto barsuk and conductor lovers. No,
that's interesting.
I can see what you mean. I suppose I look at a lot of my TAC lists, and I'm probably only running 5 or 6 camo markers, including mines and decoys in my list.
I'm running 20.
Yeah. So if I was going that way, then I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But for me, how I build in my lists, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind that that this guy's got a flaming spear under his infiltrated template, because I've brought him to act like a Delamy.
Yeah, right. It's just there to die.
This guy's in my second group. I'm prepared to lose him. We gave him a good drink and a toast the night before. Go out there, mate.
Good luck.
Take some of them
I like this kind of profile. This is like the Metro in the new code, but
Yeah.
And I do like them in Merovingia, but it's somehow they. And so I'm not saying that they're bad. I know how they work, and they work. It's spectacular. But yet, when the list that I make, they fall off because of not synergizing well with what I'm trying to reach with my kind of lists.
Well, I guess what you're saying is that,
style.
You're already spamming camo, so there's
I'm
no
already,
reason
I'm already
for you
going
to do
forward.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, what's the difference between a conductor with hemisphere? How much are they? 12 points. What's the cheapest Sherlock? 16 points? Yeah, so I mean, in your list, Ray, you're talking, you'd find the 4 points.
Yeah, I find 4 points to bring in the Sherlock.
Find the 4 points and bring a Sherlock.
And you'd get a decoy with it.
Yeah. And if you could find another point on top of that, you bring a mind layer one. I mean,
Yeah.
So that works well for you.
Yeah, the price range is that close that you can.
Yeah, I'm now looking at it thinking like, God, what can I strip out of my list to change him into a Sherlock? I didn't realise they were 4 points off.
Yeah.
So I'll just start list building. Just carry on.
He's lost interest. We've lost it.
All right, look, I'll put that down. I'll come back to the conversation. Sorry.
It would be more interesting if like the conductor had like a chain rifle instead of the chain Colt, but yeah, as it is, they're very similar to Strelocks. It's just the Flammenspeer, and I just don't trust a Flammenspeer on BS10 for 12 points. I don't know.
Yeah, but you take him for the mind games he puts.
Yeah.
Because people panic. Like, you know, in all reality, they're not great. They are rubbish. But they will make people spend orders on them.
Yeah.
Because it's that like, oh yeah, but if I just ignore them and I run across this gap, you're
with my link team.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, but you know, they aren't that good. Yeah, but you get that roll. And I know the same, you know, it comes into statistically unlikely but cosmically probable or whatever it is.
If you give me a roll on a 13, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it too. Yeah, and that's what he's living his best life for.
I can make those fours.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and that's where, like, yeah, they are rubbish, but they will force your opponent to play around. So that's where I see more use out of them. But
I wonder if the problem with the cheap FTO profile as well is that it doesn't pure link with anything. That's the other thing. So
yeah, the conductor ones don't specifically. The Berserks do, because you can put them in the gunnery, and then having a heavy flamethrower watching your Vistrals back, you know, that ain't a bad shout at 10 points.
Yeah. So the Berserks can fire team a bit more helpfully because they have keywords, but the conductor doesn't have keywords, so it doesn't fire team that well.
No, but he is cheap, 7 points just
for a reg,
for a regular order. I worry sometimes with the amount of S4 you've got in your DZ on some of the lists, because by the time you've got the 2 Vistrals, Colonel Veronin.
Yeah, but do take real estate. That's one thing.
Yeah,
if you bring some
Dynamo.
So it's a parking lot list.
Yeah, then spending 7 points on a cheap link filler to go in the link.
Can I park my camper here? All right.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest. I thought this section would be a long moaning thing about Pavel, McManus, and Vasily.
Well, I was about to talk about Pavel.
Okay, talk about Pavel then.
I want to like him.
Yeah.
But what is he doing here?
He's hard to like.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to try,
look at his profile and I'm just not sure what he's meant to be doing.
If he had
is he meant to be a CC guy? Is he meant to be a shooter? Is he meant to be a button pusher?
He's all of those things.
He's all of those things, but like kind of expensive and
kind of naff at all of them as well.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, martial arts level 3 is not to be laughed at.
He's okay at CC. But the problem is it's just like he's 1 wound and like no dogged. So you walk into CC and you probably die.
Yeah. I mean, he could definitely stage dive an LT or a tag or something. You know, AP T2 crit on something PS5. Yeah, I mean, you could quite easily put 4 wounds on something if you grit it.
Pavel maybe wants to I don't know. I wonder if he almost wants to do what the Dog Warriors do. Like, you just walk it into something, and you try and fork them between like the boarding pistol or CC or something else. But the problem with doing that is like Dog Warriors have 3 wounds and Pavel has 1.
Just takes it on the chin. Pavel just folds up like a paper bag.
Yeah,
that's the thing that it's his points. Like if he was those points but with NWI and no shock immunity, or you could take
even with Dogged,
even with Dogged, just give him something. If he,
all right, I'm giving it a go.
Okay, go on.
He's only 5-6 points more than a scout.
Okay.
And he's already bringing a ratnik. He's already the camouflage dude. So his extra is his berserk and his close combat compared to a scout.
Yeah.
And when you play a heavy camo game like I do, people expect that there's under this camouflage there's probably a decoy, a mine, a strelog, a scout. They're not expecting Pavel. They're not expecting something that goes berserk and then runs a camouflage marker that runs 8 inches and starts hugging your tag.
Yeah, that's true. And he's good at berserk as well because his CC is actually good.
CC is actually good. He has the martial arts level 3, so he gets an extra dice to do it. He has the surprise attack when you do it from camouflage. So you're bringing down your opponent's CC.
It's a -6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you suicide Pavel into a tag. I think that's what you do with him.
Yep.
Yeah. I see it because he's APT2. He's 2 burst in CC, isn't he? Is that martial arts 3? Yeah, it is.
But it's 1 and a special dice.
Yeah. So I mean, with APT2,
you've got a good chance of critting. You could do 4 wounds potentially on 1 roll.
I think is it 4 or 3? I don't know. I can't remember.
It's 3.
3. I mean, okay, fine. But
because the crits are thingy one. Yeah.
So he is pretty good at CCing like.
And then he brings down that avatar, and that's almost twice his points.
Which is proof that the avatar needs a buff.
Exactly. Thank you, Raymon and Ollie, for confirming this. Carlos, you need to get on it.
Yeah. Avatar's garbage, actually, because Pavel kills it instantly.
Yeah. I just never realised how bad it was. It definitely needs buffing.
It is a vanity pick. I will concede to that.
Yeah.
But if you are consistently playing other opponents that are expecting things from your tuck, it's nice to bring a Pavel, and then all of a sudden there's a close combat dude within that Mercury midfield.
I can see what Pavel does. I just wish he had Dogged, I think. So he could survive running in and doing that and then do it again.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like APT2, decent CC, +1 SD in CC, -6 to them. I think I get what he does. Actually, yeah, I see it.
I'm going to keep with the camp of I'm not keen, but I understand that it's your choice.
I don't love him, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, look,
Once in a blue moon, you can do something fun with him.
I shall play him again in the near future, and I'll report back.
Yes.
The other thing as well is he could be quite unique with the D charges, but actually this faction has millions of D charges. They're all over tag. So he doesn't even really do that.
Yeah. Hacker Slam, you're born with a rifle like shotgun. Tack, you're just birthed with a D charge.
Yeah, everything has a D charge.
There's always Semtex in your crib.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Here you go, play with the Play-Doh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you've got Vasily, who's the other kind of expensive character. I think Vasily is more interesting than Pavel, personally.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I like Vasily. But he has he's the similar points, but he has the Dogged.
He does. I think he is a bit more expensive. Well, it depends on which one you take. Do you take Chain of Command? You probably take Chain of Command, don't you? So he's expensive.
Just he's creeping up to the same kind of points where you're talking getting close to Fetch from Kazakh money.
Yeah, he is pretty much Vet Kaz money, isn't he, really?
Yeah, well, he's getting there, isn't he? If you're putting him in your list, you're probably dropping the Vet Kazakh. But if you're talking LT choices, I'd rather have the Vet Kazakh. You can take the Ford Reserve one's 36 points, the cheapest Pavel or Vasily one LT
Vasily's
is
35.
35. I'd rather
Yeah.
find the point and take the vet Kazakh.
Yeah. I guess the interesting thing about Vasily is like it's camouflaged AP T2.
Yeah, which is no joke.
No, it's
And
not a joke.
especially when we were talking about taking out the high armor stuff. You know, T2 sniper with AP.
Yeah.
Even a
T2
BS-15
rifle.
tag's not really going to want to.
Like,
not really
you
going to want
don't
to
want to
mess with
screw
that.
around with a T2 marksman rifle. Like, that's
No.
quite good.
Oh no, it's really good.
He's just kind of expensive. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah, and it does. Yeah, for me, it just comes down to the points for wound ratio. I think it triggers me. Bit like with the Spetsnaz.
Yeah. But then this doesn't make any sense because you'll happily bring a ratnik. So what's going on
Ratniks
there?
are just amazing. They are amazing. Not only do they give me 2 wounds, they give me dogged.
Well, they do.
Extra burst.
They're a lot more expensive again. Well, 46 for the
46 for the correct profile.
Yeah.
And then 41 if you're feeling poor.
Yeah. I really like high burst template weapons. I think they're fun. So
yeah,
can we speak on the facility a little bit? Because
sorry, we're derailing it.
We just sit here saying everything's bad, and Ray, you need to come in and tell us what's Vasily for you.
His decoy 2 is what he is for me.
Okay.
Because if you're playing those tank hunters, and if you're playing consistently at the same opponents, it's nice to have Vasily with the decoy 2, and then really screw with people's minds when either it's a decoy or it's a tank hunter. Do you want to go around this corner or not?
So Vasily with the decoy, he's kind of like, he borrows some of the stuff from the Spetsnaz.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff from the tank hunter. So he's got the decoys, which is really cool, and then he's got like the tank hunter weapons, like sort of the APT2 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas, tank hunters just have AP. So that does make sense. The decoy is like, are you going to waste your time on this thing that could kill you, but might not?
And I think an APT2 gun is just kind of awesome.
It is really good. Like that. To be fair, you know,
I'm looking at it for the zero swig because this is an ARO army. If I'm spending my swig on those scouts with the mines and on the tank hunters, at some point I need something more offensive.
Okay.
Without breaking the swig bank, that's when I bring Vasily.
That is true. I think it's interesting because actually that zero swick APT2 marksman rifle might be like one of the most damaging guns for zero swick.
Yeah, that's why I don't pass up on him.
Better. I don't think you get much better than that for zero swick. Maybe a bit of viral in hack, but that's about it, isn't it?
I know he's competing with the veteran Kazakh, especially the T2 one with the forward observing, because he's also zero swig. But yeah, this one has the surprise shot, which can be damn well needed in some situations.
And it's still a BS-13 gunfighter.
Yeah.
With Mim 3. I mean, the more I'm listening to you, the more I'm reading the profile properly. I can see.
Because of his dogged, I mostly go in with him like I did in the past, like in the last turn, reveal him, and then when a lot of things have died already, and then he's going around with his T2 AP marksman rifle, he's gonna own.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, what is that PS7 these days? 10 with cover, half on your armor. It's the 2 wounds, it's the fail state against it, isn't it? I mean, you're fighting some HI 2 wounds sitting in cover.
It will have a bad time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, take a wound, he's unconscious. It's like, now he's dead. He's gone.
He's going away.
He's gone. Yeah.
Which can be big, especially with the speedball. You know, everyone's taking speedball.
That's true. You want
being able to put something straight to dead is very powerful. Very powerful.
Do you know what? Like, I just had a quick look on the dice calculator, and yeah, Vasily's kind of disgusting, actually. If you're shooting on like
real math stats,
yeah, like if you're shooting on 13s and they're on 8s, so that's like BS 14 minus 6 for like Mim and surprise or something like that. Then you've got like a good chance of just like doing 3 wounds immediately. About 10%. It's 9.5% to do 3 wounds. which is
Was that 3 wounds being T2 wounds? So we're talking 6 wounds, or are we talking?
no. It's
that
3
takes
actual
that in.
wounds.
Oh, 3 on average.
But like that's
That's
really
good.
good. Yeah, that's really good.
That's good. That's a tag down every time.
It's
You know,
so it's averaging 1 wound per order, but it has a 10% chance for 3 wounds. Like that's really gross. I would take that. I can't think of there aren't many things in the game that average like a wound per order against a tag.
No. And I mean, if you are hanging on to him till late turn 2, turn 3, what's hopefully not going to be left on the board to deal with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's actually a really good reason to run Vasily. Like, if you're running low on Swick, you know, you've spent it all on like mines and on like maybe the Vistral or the Courier, stuff like that. So you don't have a lot of Swick, and you want something to go and, you know, remove stuff from the midfield. Vasily does that.
Yeah, it certainly would. I think you definitely want to hold on to him for as long as you can in the game state.
Yeah, he's not
unless the opportunity arises, but he's he definitely looks like a late turn 2, turn 3, like, you know, hold my beer, I've got this type of movement.
Yeah.
Like it's amount of points, but anytime that I bring him, he comes in clutch. That's
Do you know
the guy
what?
to do it.
I'm kind of a believer now, actually, sort of a believer. I guess the only thing that lets him down in that role is the lack of like forward deployment. So you have to walk him quite a lot, but he's got camouflage, so that's fine.
Yeah, but if you got those objective games where it's already the objectives are halfway across the table, he doesn't need to go far. He has the marking rifle. He reaches out.
If you're playing like an objective room mission or something, that's okay. I can see why you take Vasily. Actually, I like that. That's cool.
I said I'd like Pavel if he had dogged. Then you show me an example of Pavel with dogged.
Well,
but more shooty than stabby.
Yeah,
so
more shooty.
You know, I'm going to have to admit that I do quite like him.
Yeah.
Are you taking the chain of command or the LT one, Ray?
Well, there's actually if you take the LT one and just make sure that you have some kind of chain of command, which is very easy to come by, then if he goes into turn 2 to turn 3, then he brings an extra order to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 14 LT.
Yeah. Okay, Ray, you've done it again. You've talked us round. You know?
I know my army, people.
Yeah. Good.
Well, it means I'm going to have to paint him.
He's a much safer lieutenant than Voronin as well, right?
Yeah, like, everyone we're gonna throw those 5s on Voronin.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Voronin, but we are, you know, people are bringing flyers, they're bringing lots of quick stuff that can get into your DZ. Voronin's not a sure bet. I don't know, we're playing TAC. There are camo markers everywhere, but yeah, Voronin's a little bit risky.
Yeah, no, you are right. I've took TAC to a lot of events this year and started turn 1 without Colonel Voronin.
Have you? Has it happened?
Yeah. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
You know, he's whip 14, and I don't think apart from who we've just been talking about, I can't forget. Vasily. I think he's the only other whip 14 LT choice.
You could take a vet.
You could take a vet Kazakh.
But
when you roll for whip 14 and you've got an extra command token and there's Colonel Voronin on the board.
Yeah,
it's fairly obvious it's him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't actually hide him at all.
No. Like, I don't have to tell you that information. But there's nothing else it can be in the army if you look in the army app, is what I usually tell people.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Like, that's not open information, but he is the only +1 command token LT choice in TAC, and I did start with 5. So don't waste your time opening the army app. You know, it is him. And
you brought a speculo. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And then Speculo for Day comes around the corner. I mean, saying that, I have started lots of games going second with him alive. But if you do enter a competitive tournament and you do go up against someone else that knows the army you're playing, recognises what he is, he's a very juicy target.
He is.
Because he's got Strategos and...
Yeah,
The
and
counter
all it
yeah.
takes is one bad table, and
Yeah, and you can't hide him anywhere.
Yeah, because he's S4, like he's not small.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not. And when you're already taking, 2 tractors and a bike and him, that is a lot of real estate. When you think the average DZ might have like
Probably
2 or 3
funny to take
hiding places.
the regular Veronin and just hope for this Pavlovian reaction where people just go dive on him.
People don't realize
he's lieutenant. He must be.
No. I still took him in my firefight list, but your annihilation list and that. But he's not the LT in those ones.
Yeah.
Why? But why?
Because
you don't
he's
have
such
5 command tokens. Like they know.
I know, but he's such a target that people will zero in on him.
I think that's sneaky. Yeah, but
Sneaky, but why not?
On this discussion, I think it does actually show that there is a good reason to take Vasily sometimes.
Yep.
There are other lieutenants you might want to take.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Could just take a scout lieutenant though.
Colonel Veron's definitely not like the only choice for a LT. Definitely not.
He's good, but he is a target, and you should be. Yeah.
I mean, I tend to split my list, so I'll take him in one list, and then I'll have a different LT in the other list, whether it's a scout or the vet Kazakh or something else, and he just won't even be on the board.
Tax lieutenant game's not bad at all, really.
No, not
You got a scout hiding. You got a tank hunter hiding.
Tank hunter.
Oh. Yeah,
I like the tank hunter because he comes with a mine layer.
Yes. He does. Yeah.
Yeah, don't he? I think, or the chain of command.
The chain of command one definitely does have mine layer. I know that 100%.
Yeah.
No, the lieutenant does as well.
Yeah, the lieutenant does as well. That's the profile I like because it's another 2 camo markers in your DZ.
Yeah.
And
pretending to be a tank hunter with
pretend to be a tank hunter. And Ray's right because every camo marker that's standing up in the DZ and TAC could be a tank hunter.
It could be. Yeah.
And people are going to know they're not all tank hunters, but when you give them a choice of 8, take your pick.
The tournament that I played, I just tired my opponents by the sheer amounts of camo markers that they're looking at. What is what?
Yeah.
And
not a lot of people talk about this, right? But when you go to an event and you play 5 rounds, you get real fatigue, don't you? You get like really tired. Things are confusing. You play against someone round 4 or 5 with like 10 camo markers, and I'd just be thinking, bloody hell, I just can't be bothered. I can't, I'm done. I'm tired.
My opponent is something so funny. Biotech Peter. He had the Imperial Service. He brought the flyer from Imperial Service. That thing has sensor. I forgot its name, but I know it has sensor. And he thought, I see a lot of camos. I just fly in the middle of it, and I'm gonna censor them all, and they're all gonna appear. And he just totally forgot that it can all be EM mines.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. And
so he flew into the EM minefield, and he flew again into the other EM minefield.
Oh no!
Because this is the thing, like the Red Eye, the Pan O one has sensor as well, but actually you can hide a lot of your camo. Some of it's going to be mines. They don't really want to go anywhere near it. Actually,
no, that's it. And sensor is a pain when you're playing camo, but if you've got your stuff in positions where it can then easily be shot off another short skill after being censored, it's probably not the best place to have it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And that's not a dig at people. That's just like, you want the scout inside the building with the mine outside on the roof.
Yeah.
Or in the alleyway. That type situation. It's like, okay, you censored it, but I'm still hidden in this bit, or I'm still tucked around this corner. Like, you've got to come through my mine first.
This is the thing, because I obviously play a lot of hack, as most people are aware, and like loads of people are like, censor can be a real pain, but actually it's not. If you've deployed properly, they can censor all they want, and you might be revealed. But if you're in the building, behind a wall, prone behind whatever, like they still have to come and get you.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's kind of that is exactly what I
still have to play the game where I think, censor has really done me one over.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played that game yet.
Yeah, I've played it a couple of times and it's been annoying. But
it's definitely annoying for when they can map out their way to your DZ. I did have it against the Red Eye where he managed to censor out one of the EM mines, but the other side of the wall to where he was.
Right.
And because the camo and the decoy was a Shrellock next to him on his side, realising that, so the scout is on that side. So I'm going to take my Red Eye down this side. Yeah. But, oh, no. I was hoping you wouldn't work that one out, But
Don't do math. Don't do math.
That's it. It's like, but
just fly.
Just fly into the EM mine. Come on, But so it is a tool and it can be used to unpick your camo game. But it's not the end all and be all of it.
No, it's not the end of the game for you, really.
No. Not by a long shot.
MS-V3 is probably more of a pain in that regard.
Yeah, probably, but it's also a similar thing. Like if you're standing in a position where you're giving them the free discover, you've probably screwed up. You will want a couple of arrows, but a lot of stuff can just be prone. That's fine.
Yeah. But you guys wanted to talk about the ratnik, and I'm very.
Oh yeah.
I want to test that sucker out, but I've not made a list where it. Yeah.
So I just a burst 6 Spitfire. I like a moth to the light.
more dice good.
More dice good. As far as I'm concerned, in Copper Math, 6 dice is auto crit.
Yeah.
That
is a very expensive fire team, though, right? Like,
just stick a Fontovic in there. It's fine.
Just stick a Fontovic in there.
Yeah, you just stick the paramedic in there because you got to remember he's Vita, despite looking like a small walking tank. He's not.
Yeah.
So you stick a paramedic in there so you can go unconscious instead of dogged, which you never do.
Yeah.
So, and then you tell yourself, I'll find the points to put the engineer in there so I can unhack him, but you never do. But, no. But I like them in all seriousness. I do like them, and I do like the heavy rocket launcher one as well. I just think
the AP Spitfire though it solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, and you've got Panzerfaust and Flammensphere.
Yeah,
and you've got +1 burst on your profile. So if you do spend the money to get a special dice, great. Even if you don't spend the money on the special dice, you can still take a 32-inch gunfight.
Yes,
firing both Panzerfausts and then again with both Flammenspheres,
which is pretty spooky.
Which is not bad. I mean, they are slow, so and they're even worse if you take a wound because I think the second half drops off the 2 off the top of my head.
Yeah, it does.
But, so they're not, and they haven't got mimetism. They're not fast. They probably shouldn't be good, but they are amazing in their own right.
They have
attack awareness, and they are chunky. Like they are armor 6.
And
so
they're
9 in cover. You're 9 in cover. It's like even when you're taking fights with a HMG, But what was it? 6s, 11s if it's AP.
Yeah.
14s if it's not, something like that.
Yeah. That's right.
And in this faction, that's chunky.
It's probably like
the best we've got.
It's one of the safer face-to-faces in some ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
My army is mostly a pajama party, so arm 6 is.
Yeah. And it's still 2 wounds dogged. I know Battle Ravers ain't as good, but it's still 2 wounds dogged, so it's effectively 3 wounds for when you're using it.
But keeping the when it goes down means that like you're still taking the face-to-face on about the same odds. So
yeah, exactly. So I think they've got some real use case for them now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the attack aware changes a lot.
Yeah.
Because obviously, more orders, more order efficiency kind of like cancels out some of their slowness.
Yes.
The extra burst on everything. So whether you want to have a good time with rocket launchers or a good time with extra burst on Spitfire, both now have valid reasons. And in TAC, it's not like we haven't got many high burst long range weapons. Not
except for the
Kazakh.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're probably taking this or that, aren't you? Like
Yeah.
sensibly speaking, when you're talking Swick and points.
Well, it's funny actually because the Vec has links with front of X and the Ratnik links with front of X, so it
Yeah.
ends up kind of like sort of the same either way.
Yeah.
It's just like, do you want tankier stuff or mimetism?
The choice for me is I usually end up dropping the AP Vet Kazakh for the heavy rocket launcher and swapping the FO Kazakh down to a Frontovic to make the
Right.
duo. So in my list, I replace that Vet Kazakh duo with a Ratnik and a Frontovic. And
That's interesting.
I can take those extra points. You can save like 2 or 3 points and you can put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it becomes a different use case. I'd never stand up my Vet Kazakh on ARO. But special dice heavy rocket launcher, armor 9 and cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's some matchups and some tables where I'd quite like to do that on top of all the other ARO
That makes
you've
sense.
got with
And it's a
camo, with
different
the
kind of
pistols,
ARO, isn't it?
and a
It's like
template is scary. Yeah.
Because like if I'm playing my hack right and I'm moving, my MSV Mukhtar or whatever, I'm gonna feel really good against the camo, but I'm gonna feel terrible against the Ratnik with that Red Fury.
Yeah, and like when you're playing, like when we play Michael Ollie in our area with his invincible army and his fire teams, sticking an armor 9 Ratnik on the corner with a template, that's something to slow a fire team down.
Oh, definitely,
It's that kind of use case for it and stuff. And burst
it's
5.
interesting though that you swap the Vetkaz out because I would for me, I would prefer the APHMG because it reaches further. But for you, you're saying you take the rocket launcher or the Spitfire Ratnik because it's like better at ARO, it's tougher, it does a different thing.
Yeah, it's doing a different thing in the list.
It brings a stack aware,
more attack awareness and stuff. I mean, you could probably fit both in a list if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, not in fire teams though. I don't.
No.
It would be good if what should happen, and I'm going to write to CB, is the Ratnik should fire team with the Vet Cats, and then you take one of each. And
then
team.
it's Body Cop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then we rule the world.
Yeah. Now, you see, the last time I took a Ratnik to an event was Fast Panda at Sheffield.
Okay.
And I don't have the Vet Kazakh duo in that list. I have the Tank Hunter portable autocannon.
Okay.
It's like the other long range gun and the Frontovic sniper. And I duoed him with a paramedic. And I took the AP Spitfire one.
Okay.
Now, he won me 2 of the games.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
I worry about him being hackable, but...
but I mean, Ermendino's on every corner.
Yeah. There are so many ways to get rid of a repeater in this faction.
Yeah, exactly that. You've got so many camo guys or just a Ermendino hanging around on the corner somewhere waiting to do something. It's kind of like coincidental. You can get rid of it.
I guess
he can do his own deactivation.
Yeah, he's got a deactivator as well. That's the thing, which is quite fun. My complaint would be, it's like if you were running a attack list with the Vetkaz or something else, then you kind of you turn that hacking off. It can't do anything. Whereas if you take a Ratnik, it becomes useful again. Do you see what I mean?
Oh yeah, completely. And EM mines become a problem again, and jammers, and they are very situational. I suppose I just Ray, you really liked the camo guy. I can't remember any names. You can tell I've been at work today. Brain's starting to switch off. Pavel, I wouldn't take Pavel. You couldn't pay me enough money to put him in a list as he is at the moment. But you love him. He works well in your camo list. I suppose the Ratnik is going to be my pick for that.
Yeah, that's your pick.
Yeah, and also when you would teach me the game, I looked at the Ratnik model in that box and just thought, oh my god, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you have to.
I have to play that.
But this is the thing.
I want to play a brick shit house.
Yeah,
let's go.
It's cool, and we had to do that profile justice, right? It was so sad that it used to drop to BS12 as soon as it took a wound or two. That was rubbish. It had to be better.
Sad.
Yeah, because I mean, I just love the fact that he's armor 9 and cover to start with.
Yeah.
You know, he's living his best life. He just gets sadder as it goes on. He's took a wound. Oh
Yeah.
no! Then he took
Yeah.
another wound. It's like, God, I've gone dogged.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it gets
just
sadder and sadder.
sadder and sadder. Like, thematically, it just works so well in my head. Everything,
Yeah.
every fluff box is ticked for me. You know, I can imagine the bloke's suit falling apart as he's desperately trying to kill this little line trooper that he's bullying with his extra burst on his Spitfire and that. I just, I just like it. That just, I think if you want to go down the heavy route and take him, you can.
Yeah. And I see real value to him as well, because I think the kind of stuff with MSV that tends to kill the rest of your list is not as good against the ratnik.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And I have 3 of them, and I will take them as a house. Coming to a tournament near you guys.
Yeah.
3 ratniks.
I will do it, mate. I've got lists in the pipeline. They're just waiting to happen.
This is the same tactic as a Margarita. If you're losing your game,
Yeah.
put 3 ratniks in the sock.
Yeah, is it? It's like
Get your opponent in it.
I lost round 1. Probably not going to win this event. 3 ratniks list next up.
Let's do it.
Just go for it. Then, yeah.
You should try just taking like 2 ratniks, because they can fire team. Take a ratnik fire team.
The lists are already here. I've done it.
Take a ratnik Harris while you're at it.
Well, that's why I've got 3 of them now.
That's nearly all your swig, like just on that.
Look, the ratnik Harris list did have to stop at 14 orders, but I figured with that many camo markers, you can't tell that till I start spending orders.
No one knows.
No one knows. No one knows apart from me. There's a lot of Shrelocks in the list.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, ratnik Harris. That's really funny.
It's basically
Please
it.
tell me you're running an engineer. You must be running an engineer in that list.
Yeah, an Medina. That's all I could afford to put in there.
You are not running towards the enemy. You're staying behind the ratniks.
Yeah.
I've still got a little core group with a couple of Kazakhs, Devontovic and Colonel Ronan.
Yeah.
And then the ratniks, and then a Dynamo, and then I max out on Shrelocks. A combination of cheap ones and a couple of mine layer ones.
Yeah. Well,
and then an Ermendino too.
That Ermendino needs a pay rise.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do in this list, I will admit. But, you know, it's... when the chips are down...
I got 2 blackjacks. I can proxy them. I can play this list.
Yeah, exactly. You totally can. I love that stuff in Ariadna, like the blackjacks, the ratnik, and the bigger stuff. I just think it's cool.
They're just derpy and good fun.
Yeah. I should probably think about heading off, because we've been recording for like 2 hours now.
Christ, have we really?
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ariadna with me.
Yeah.
It will be a long episode.
We didn't even really talk about any bad stuff, so I mean, presumably
there
it's
isn't
all good, isn't it?
Stuff.
There's no bad stuff.
Yeah. I played so much Ariadna in like N3 and N4. I haven't picked them up recently, but like TAC is looking so good, and I think it's just a really cool faction now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think TAC are really good, really strong.
Yeah.
I think there's plenty of like plays and things you can do.
All the profiles are neat and handy.
And no 2 TAC lists could have to be the same, and probably no 2 TAC players are the same. You know, it sounds like Ray, you take a load of camo, whereas I won't. I like my Kazakhs or I'll take 3 ratniks. I'll put the list in the thing for you. It's fine. So
right. I'm gonna head though personally, because I just need to go. But thanks for the discussion, and just because I need to do some other stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna head out. Thanks, guys.
All right, cheers, Ollie.
See you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well, we lost Ollie.
But yeah, the gist of it is all the profiles are just there's a place for it. Either in link teams or if you go heavy on the camo or heavy on the ratniks in the sock.
Yeah. No, look. I mean, look. Okay, the Harris list is pushing it, but the duo works. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think they're really good. I suppose if I was going to be honest at the end of the recording and kind of admit some kind of like ugly side of it is, I found sometimes I feel I push a negative play experience on people with so much camo.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
And I love all camo lists, and like you can so easily get 20 plus camo markers. But I've done it at events, and sometimes it will just paralyze someone.
Yeah.
It's like try to just ignore some of them and see what happens, or do this or do that. Like so, but yeah, I'm stretching to say that's my worst point of attack. That's my ugly point. Just sometimes too much camo can paralyze who you're playing.
Yeah, if they're not prepared for it, or if they already have a few games up their sleeve, and then by the fourth or fifth game you're just like, all right, and now you have to remember what all these 27 camos that are lying on the field will be.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously being a competitive monster like I am, I rub my hands together and think, that's it. Stall your time out with your paralysis analysis. But no, I joke. I want people to play me again. Yeah, it can be hard. You end up like almost encouraging people to do stuff. Like, why don't you try doing this or ignore that or
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It can be weird. That's just how I find it, I suppose. I do like a blank courtesy list. It's maybe just a sheer amount because TAC can go crazy on
Yeah.
camo with the decoys, mine layers. It's a lot. It can be a lot.
But also a lot for yourself. Like anytime I make a list, it's I call it the administration.
Oh,
you
yeah.
really have to
Trying to
mark
work
down.
out what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got what under this marker. Yeah, that
Like
can
I
be.
had two markers very close together, start walking one, and then it's like, oh, all right, that was the Beast Hunter, not Strelok. Oh, all right. But I already revealed. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Just like, oh dear. Yeah, this one's what again? But
so yeah,
yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I feel funny putting that one in as an ugly point, but I will put it in as an ugly point because it can. Yeah, it can feel bad.
like yesterday I played and the people were like, Ariadna, all right, and I'm gonna put 20 camo markers down, and it was like, yeah, there's a sigh. There's a certain sigh that any of my opponent had let out because they know I'm a main. I played 300 plus games with Ariadna at this point, so they know like, oh, they're up for a brain crunching game. To get me down because I know what the camos are and they don't, and they have an inkling, but then they have to act on that inkling of what it might be. So yeah, it's
sure.
and I got so adjusted to the kind of gameplay. I know exactly when to reveal and when to stay hidden, and how I can stretch as many orders out of someone as humanly possible before it eventually will go down.
Yeah.
And even then, I had a situation where I had Adil, the game against Biotech, where with his ISS, and then he had Adil walking around, and he was moving towards a scout that already revealed, and I was like, yeah, that scout is probably gonna die, but I can put its last EM mine down, and then Adil will have a bad time. It was last launch, and he was the specialist close by to eventually go and jump through. So I drop that mine, he shoots, and all his shots miss. And then it's like, all right, now you have an EM and a scout that can still shoot. And then he had to just run off. And then
yeah.
Took the blast, but was like 6 inches around the corner, so he could be immobilized somewhere safe.
Yeah. But it's gonna happen sometimes.
Yeah. Which is pretty neat. So
yeah, no, you can't grumble at that.
No.
That's all right.
So yeah, we made a big yarn on
Yeah.
TAC.
Yeah,
Go
we
play
talked
it. It's
massively.
cool. there's so many options. It's so diverse. You can just
I know. I'm looking for the army app, thinking, oh my god, we haven't even really talked about
our lists.
visuals and
Yeah.
lists and everything else. It's like, oh, I could, we've got about another 2 hours in the tank, I think, if we want to go through it all. But I don't think we can
for sure.
force people to listen that long.
No, we can't. So we will put some lists in the show notes just to get people can sniff around them and see what you can do. But yeah, you can go from bikes to three rednecks in a sock to just 2 guys in their tractors and nothing else.
Yeah,
honestly.
and everything else in between.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be putting my Ratnik Harris list in the show notes for you to stick in there. That's the one I want to encourage everyone to play.
Yeah. It's great. Go pick them up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you want to play the plucky underdogs and slow people down with camo and tricks, it's definitely the place to come.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, Copper, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks very much for having me back.
Yeah. It was a blast. I really had a laugh. So people who sticked out these last 2 hours, we had a great time.
Yeah. That's it. 2 fans we've got left.
Yes, and to those 2 fans, I want to say thanks for listening, and we see you all next time. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I didn't even realise we'd been yappering that long.